Hello everyone, so welcome to another settings video. As I do with every patch, we're on patch 8.5, which was just released on Wednesday, November 9th, and we'll just jump straight into it. So going off with game settings. So right off the bat, 90 FOV, simply because, as always, you want to see as far as you can, simply because target acquisition is really hard in this game. It's really hard to see far targets even at 90, so I recommend playing with the lower FOV. The sensitivity is 1. I don't mess with any of this, but my DPI is about 6 or 700. I recommend a lower DPI over a higher DPI, but don't kill yourself trying to lower your DPI. I know how much of a pain it is adjusting. If you're comfortable with what you're on right now, just stick with it. As for movement, I toggle all of my movements because I don't like holding down keys because it's really annoying. It's really annoying to hold down keys when I want to do certain things. This is new. The jump causes uncrouch and the jump causes unprone. That's pretty obvious. So like if I'm prone, I hit space, it's gonna pop me up to crouch, and then or pop me up to jump, and then crouch, same thing. If I hit space, it'll pop me up. So that's pretty good. I think that'll be a good change. I haven't played much with this setting, but for now I'm gonna keep it on. That's pretty much all that matters there. Moving to graphics, I play 1920 by 1080. I don't have a 4K monitor or anything like that. Full screen because full screen gives you the most frames. VSync off because VSync gives you mouse lag. Gamma's at 2.2. I do recommend sometimes moving this maybe to 2.3, 2.4, but not much higher than that. Simply because sometimes this game is really dark. At least for me, so I bump it just much. I don't want to ruin my immersion, but I want to be able to, see things without giving myself a headache in the dark. Anti-aliasing I turn off simply because I push super sampling higher. You can fiddle around with this and turn super sampling off and then fiddle with the anti-aliasing, but I feel like the game looks best if you turn anti-aliasing off and you just increase your super sampling. Super sampling is really hard on your GPU though, so be advised. And they play on epic everything, and everything else is on in graphics. For controls, pretty much everything's standard. There are a couple cool things that I do, a couple interesting things I do. Number one is I change my crouch from the control to the C. So I swap whatever was on control to C and whatever is on C to control, simply because it's easier for me to hit. And then one thing I do is I swap my leans, so Q and E. So for example, if I want to lean left, I hit E. It's a little backwards. It takes a little time to get used to, but the reason why is because let's say I want to peek this corner right here, I can hit Q, and then I can easily use my mouse buttons. One thing you can do is turn your toggle on your not on your ADS, your lean off, and then now when you lean, you can control how far you're extending, simply because your pointer finger has full control over D. It's not holding down E. So it's really easy to control, how far you want to extend. That's something that you can fiddle with. I mean, I use toggle, but if you untoggle it, you can have a lot more control. It just takes a little more practice to get used to that. And that's pretty much all I have. I use pretty vanilla settings. I don't use sweet effects. I don't do anything to the INI files. This is pretty much exactly what I do. So I hope this helps you a little bit. I hope this gets you the results that you want, or hear my point of view of how I think of certain settings. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take it easy.